Hello. I thought I'd be done chewing this wine gum before the video went off, but I'm not. Hey, how's everyone doing? Just wanted to say hello. Um, okay, God, Jesus Christ. Okay, already all these people. I'm glad you got notifications. I don't know who you are. A show in the middle of the day. Can we return this gift? We have the receipt. Yeah. Listen, here's the deal. There won't be a receipt. Okay, and it's not a gift for everyone. It's a gift for some lucky people. But first, I got to say a couple things. One, I just want to say hi and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. I'm glad you're a part of the BLPA. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. And then I got to say, Secret Santa gifts went out to everyone, whoever entered. I think we have 42, 48 people, something like that. But this is a gift that my Secret Santa got me. And listen, there was only a $50 limit. And they got me this. And so I'm extremely grateful. This is actually one of my favorite Flames jerseys of all time, aptly named Blasty. And so that's it's awesome that you got me this. I'm gonna wear it. I don't usually get to many games anymore because I'm usually out of town traveling, but I book at least one game a year and make sure I'm not traveling on that weekend so I can take my son and so I can have pocket dogs because pocket dogs are the greatest things in the world. Basically, I mean that's the fact of the matter. If you ever come to Calgary, and it's during hockey season, let's me and you, whoever comes, let's go to the Flames game and let's get pocket dogs. Your life will be changed forever. They're so good. All right. So a couple of announcements before I get to the gift. So Cancun. Everyone's been bothering me about Cancun. Listen, uh, I have I have this issue with everything. Basically, in the fact that when I get excited about something, I have to tell people. I need to let people know what's coming up, and it burns me uh, a lot because I get excited. I want you guys to share in my excitement because I get excited because we get to do these cool things with you guys, and so I get excited to share. And then sometimes it doesn't work out on the timeline that I was told that it would work out, and that's what happened to Cancun. As most of you guys know, I announced a Cancun. Listen, I hope my wife's not watching. My room is really messy, but listen. So we were going to do Cancun in February. We are going to do it for my birthday. It was going to be rad. It was going to be badass, and we were going to go sit on the beach, and it was going to be a great time. And a lot of people were excited about it. I was excited about it, and so as soon as the guy said, "Yeah, cool, we can do it. I'll get you your ice schedule," I just said, "Do do 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 do." We're going to Cancun, and then because the ice rink was being built, it just kept getting pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. Finally, the guy just stopped returning my messages because when I get excited about something, I'm very persistent. I hammer it, hammer it, hammer it, hammer it till I make it happen. And he finally stopped messaging me, and so now it's like every 3 weeks I'll just send this guy a message, and I try to speak Spanish. I know hola, and that's why I say hola, amigo. Como te llamas, mi amor, whatever. And he actually got back to me and said, "Can I give you a call?" And he did give me a call, and he spoke English. I didn't even have to speak my limited Spanish. And he said, hey, the rink was supposed to be open in December, but it's not going to be. It's probably going to be another month and a half. So we're looking into February. Do you want to chance it on the timeline you had?" And I said, we're too close now. I can't do it. Can we schedule it in the future? This will give you time in case there's more delays. And so we're going to do it in the winter, early winter. I guess it's right before winter because it'll be before December 22nd or whenever winter is. We're going to do it next December. First weekend of December, we're all going to go to Cancun. We're going to play hockey. We're going to drink margaritas. We're going to lay in the sun and we're going to have fun. So mark that on your calendar and know that we're the first draft company to try to go to Cancun. And I know that because there's no ice rink in Cancun yet. I made the first, right? Okay. So that's that. Now, since I'm giving away a gift, I got a problem with, I have a big head. And I had to borrow my wife's Santa hat. That's why it's leopard print. I don't usually wear the leopard stuff, but since I'm giving away a gift, I'm gonna wear it. I can never find big enough Santa hats for my big head, and you would think, looking at Santa's physique, that he would have a big head like myself, but I don't know. But listen, this is. You know what? I should have grabbed the leopard eagles are at the storage. I was actually just there putting away VIP boxes, and I looked at them but I didn't know I had to borrow this when I got back because I just decided, hey, I'm going to make a video because I got off a call that prompted this video. And so, yeah, um, oh man, that's a missed opportunity. I should just have them at the ready. I'm sorry. All right. So here's the deal. First, can we talk about Japan? And that's what the gift has to deal with, Japan. So let's talk. Why Japan? Well, other than Japan is just fucking awesome. I want to tell you the story about how I became obsessed with playing hockey in Japan before I even played hockey. I think this was what I had to be 27, 28 years old. I was married to Tanis and we were living in Oklahoma and I was umpiring baseball and I had severe stomach pains all day while I was reffing. And eventually I had to go home from reffing or umpiring. And I finally had to go to the ER. And I didn't like to go to the ER in the States because, well, you got to pay a lot of shit and money to go there. And basically I had to have an emergency appendectomy. My appendix was about to bust, but they had me on Dilaudid, all sorts of stuff. I hadn't played hockey at this point in my life, but my wife told me after I got home from the hospital that she said, what's this deal with you in Japan? And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know. And she's like, well, when you were on your pain meds, you kept saying, I'm going to go to Japan and play hockey. I'm going to go to Japan and play hockey, which was weird at that time. Because I didn't play hockey. And so when I started playing hockey, it was always my goal to say, well, since I obviously got high and said I need to play hockey in Japan, I got to go to Japan and play hockey. So I did go to Japan and play hockey in 2019, and it was life changing. It was amazing. Japan is an incredible place. I mean, the culture, the history, the people, the cleanliness, the welcoming of I mean, most people don't like Americans, and maybe Japan doesn't like Americans, but they didn't treat me like they didn't like Americans, which was really, really awesome. And so I love Japan. And so when I started my own company, I was like, eventually we have to go back. And so now we're going back in May. And there are a lot of people that were excited, and we're still trying to, what do I do in my chat here? We're still trying to get numbers. And I got a call today from someone that's already registered for Japan, and something's happened. Their work is what is their life. They can't push it off. They just got told that they're going to have to work. They're already paid in full for Japan. And they said, listen, I know that you want Japan to happen. And so what I want to do is I want to give my Japan tournament away. I said, fine, let's do that. So what I want to do is I want to give Japan away in two. I want to give them half and half. Okay. Now listen, here's the deal. I understand that it's expensive. I know. I get it. I totally understand, but I can promise you, if you can make it happen, if you can save, I don't like to say be financially irresponsible, but I do that often myself. I'm saying it'll be worth it. It'll be fun. And I can promise if you go, you won't forget it. And two, I promise you this too. If you go, me and you, me, whoever else goes with us, whatever, we're going to dress up in Mario costumes and we're going to ride go-karts around the streets of Tokyo. We're going to do that if you go to Japan. That's what we're going to do. I call dibs on Yoshi. I get the Yoshi costume, but that's about it. So here's what I'm going to do. And I think it's fair. Like I understand how expensive it is. So I'm not going to extend this offer to anyone that is pre-registered, anyone that's already said, hey, I'm coming, because I already have you in the numbers to make these numbers happen. This is to make the tournament happen, right? So 2 people, all you have to do is book a flight. If you book a flight, come to me, I'm going to give you the tournament half off. And this gentleman who doesn't want to be named, he just said, just give it. He said, give it away. I was going to give it to one person, but I feel like you have to have skin in the game or you just don't care. Right. So, I mean, it's $300, right? Plus your airfare, obviously, in your hotels and stuff. But there's a lot of really cheap. You stay in a fucking pod hotel, right? I mean, we can make it happen. And I can promise, like I said, I know it's expensive. I know it's out of the budget of some people. And I wish I made enough money to pay for everyone to go, because I would. If I won the lotto, the first thing I would do is I would put on an overseas tournament and I would pay for everyone to go. That's the goal. If I ever am able to win the lotto, that's how we'll do it. So I hope some of you guys get to come, and I hope you get to take a part of this deal, because Japan is just an awesome place. But there's a lot of awesome places that we're going to in the future. I mean, in October we're going to Italy. It's not a draft, but it's still going to be Team BLPA, which is really really cool. Sorry, I said cruise because I was reading the chat and it said. Yes, it said there's going on they want to do a BLPA cruise. The problem is I haven't found a cruise that has an actual full size ice rink for us to play. So the dates are Memorial Day. It's the weekend before Memorial Day. It's 26 to 28. That's in the tournament's in the middle of the week. And here's what's going to happen. We're going to go to Tokyo and we're going to party. And then you got to get a bullet train and we're going to go to Kurizawa. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Listen, I can barely speak English. So Kurizawa, which is near Nagano. It's up in the mountains. It's beautiful up there. And we're going to play hockey. And then we're going to go back to Tokyo and we're going to get into some mischief. So, listen, the Philly ODR is close enough to a full size. I mean, it is a big enough rink. Ice rinks don't have the full setup, and they probably don't have the setup for a bunch of adults to be skating, starting, stopping, and all that stuff. But if you want to go on a cruise with BLPA people, if you come to the Scandinavia trip, we will be taking a cruise from Copenhagen, Denmark to Oslo, Norway as part of the tour that we're doing. And speaking of the tour, I've just had 2 or 3 more people sign up. So we're going to go to 4 teams on this bad boy. And so if you want to sign up, hurry up. And I haven't announced it to anybody. So this video, not only am I giving away half spots to Japan for 2 people, but I also announced Cancun. So thank you for watching. I've also announced that we're going 4 teams in Scandinavia, which is going to be badass. Still some spots for Italy. Let's go. Still some spots in Philly too. Philly too. There's still some spots. Savannah. There's still some spots. Okay. So speaking of Scandinavia, what's the jersey say? So okay. I'm going to spill the beans. Do you want me to spill the beans? I'll spill the bean because there's only 22 of us here. So it's not like I'm not announcing it to the world. But like I said, I get really excited when I get to do cool stuff. And I like, you can ask my wife. I buy Christmas presents and I tell her what our Christmas presents are 3 weeks in advance because I can't do it. Okay. So, I mean, obviously we're going to make special limited edition jerseys for these trips for Italy and for Scandinavia. They're going to be different. They're going to be unique to that tour for sure. So I haven't exactly designed them. And that's not even exactly what I'm excited about. Although, I mean, I do love jerseys, obviously, but, do I want to tell this one? It's so cool. Like it's probably for me, one of the most exciting, like it's one of the things I'm like, yes, this is fucking awesome. Okay, here's the deal. Eagles sponsoring us. And with the tour, we're all going to get limited edition tour Eagle gloves and hockey bags. All right, there it is. That's the news. And listen, you know me, I love me some Eagle gloves. Love them. I can't think of anything better than giving my friends in the BLPA custom Eagle gloves. I can't. And that's what we're doing. So we're going to get, not only you're going to get some limited edition swag for going, and you're going to get to hang out with moi in Scandinavia and play against local people. But I want these to be special because the BLPA is special and the drafts are cool. They're special as well. I love those. I love the team tournaments, but being able to actually travel with people and learn about people through these trips, learn about their lives, connect with them on a different level is very important. It's part of the mission of BLPA is to connect the world with sport. And I wanted to do something unique that set these apart because again, I understand they're expensive. I don't think they're that expensive for what all you get, but I wanted to be able to provide some value, and I wanted to sprinkle a little bit. How you do this? Sprinkle a little bit of Nick in it, and a lot of Nick is Eagle gloves. So now they're not going to be official like the BLPA logo that I have. These are going to be specially designed for each tour. So they're going to be different. I mean, they're probably not going to have the BLPA logo, but I'm working on BLPA Worldwide Italy logo, BLPA Worldwide Scandinavia logo. So there'll be that. And then obviously we'll have custom jerseys. So as we get into the new year, I'll start taking, custom numbers and all that stuff. And I think it's going to be really rad. And I think people are going to like them. And I think the sunglass, we have 6 pairs left of BLP. I think I know who this is that's asking me. Send me a message again. Like I said, when I get Facebook messages, I respond as I can, and I lose a lot of them. I'm sorry, I'm just one man, but here's the deal. I need you guys' help for this. Like I'm to a point where I gotta hire someone, but I don't have the budget to hire someone. But I think for BLPA to grow and to reach the vision that I have in my head, I'm gonna have to hire someone to kind of take a little bit of the administrative work off me because I'm not good at administrative work. Because I got a billion things going on in my brain at a lot of the times, and so I want to step back from the admin stuff and hire someone. And so what we're gonna have to do is in my head, the path to get to hiring staff is I have to get all the team tournaments to 18 teams. So if you have a team and you're close to a team tournament, come play because you're going to be not only making the tournament better, but you're also going to be uh, making BLPA better as a whole. Because once you get a staff and I can focus on really cool shit instead of the mundane administrative stuff that makes me want to punch myself in the face, it's going to be a lot better. Two questions I see in here, but I also want one more announcement, one more big announcement. Beer League World Championships. It's going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota this year. Very first Beer League World Championships. If you win a bash, you get an invite. It's just like coming to a tournament. It'll be a little cheaper than our bash tournaments, but it'll be open to the winners of every tournament that we've ever done. We do have a limited amount of ice, so if you guys are going to plan to go and you've won in the past, you got to start planning now. And there will be some local bursts because what we have to do because there's so much ice. I think what people don't understand when they say do a tournament here, do a tournament there, there has to be that much ice, and ice is a finite resource, especially in the hockey thing because youth gets most of the ice. Us adults get usually the shit stuff. Luckily for me, I've been able to throw some weight around with the size and the recognition that we have from the brand of BLPA. Now rinks are kind of wanting us to go there, but to get a team tournament of 20, 30, 40 teams, that's a lot of ice on a weekend. And so it really limits the places that we can do it that's not in the summer. And so I had two places, Tampa Bay and Minneapolis, that I wanted to do these at for the first ones. And Tampa Bay just, they got so much shit going on there. And I like the beach, especially when it's cold. But Minneapolis, the facility is top notch. I mean, there's 8 sheets of ice in the place. It's a massive complex. It's beautiful. I'm pretty sure USA Women's hockey trains out of there. I mean, it's a great place, and there's a lot of stuff around there in terms of restaurants and hotels and that kind of stuff. It's a beautiful place. If it's nice outside, we can play golf across the street if that's what you want. But yes, another one. Any update on Nintendo jerseys people order back? The update is the same update I get every time. They're working on them, and this is why I don't like doing things like Pacific Rink bags, and why I don't like doing jersey orders because I don't have control over it. Right? I mean, if I always wanted to open a jersey company, but it's like 250 grand to get it going, and that's a lot of money. I don't have 250 grand. I want to be able to go in the back and make them myself, but I can't. Right. And so when we have to send them over to the place, I'm at their beck and call. Right. I mean, they have our money, they have everything, and all I can do is ask, and I ask every other day. I'm sure Tim is tired of me, and I'm like, ask him. And he's like, I'm asking him. I'm like, are you sure you're asking him? And so now it's like I ask him and say, CC me into the email where you're asking them, so I know you're asking them, right? So, I wish they were done. Like I said, I wish I owned a sublimation company. I've looked into it, 250 grand, make them in the States. They'd be a little more expensive, so beer leaguers would bitch. But then I'd have the ability to say, oh, we want jerseys. Let me just go in the back and get them spit out. Not me personally. I got too much shit going on. All right. Next question. Sorry, comes to a question. This was only supposed to be like a 10-minute thing. Now we're almost to half a podcast episode, and I wasn't even planning that, even though I was supposed to do a podcast last week, and I got, I went and visited my dad, and I just got cut up with family dinners and that kind of stuff. And then this week, Jason's in South Carolina. He's in South Carolina working, and we just haven't been able to connect. I just got home Monday from Wichita. And I'm going to answer the other questions here in the chat, but Wichita, electric. And I know people say, well, why do I want to go to Wichita? I get it. There's not much in Wichita. I'm from Oklahoma City. I'm from 2.5 hours south, right? And I would only go to Wichita for hockey when I lived in Oklahoma City. But here's the deal about the Wichita tournament that I found this past weekend. I'm going to compare it to probably one of our greatest tournaments ever, Omaha. And the reason why is because no one would think, let's go to fucking Omaha. Nobody, except for the people that are around there, right? It's not as hockey crazy as Omaha by any means, but it's got the same feel, the same people. It started the same 40 players, just like our very first Omaha tournament started at 40 players. And I think next year it's going to blow up and explode. It's just so close to a place like Kansas City, Oklahoma City. It's within driving distance from Texas. And we're trying to get BLPA Bash going or in partnership with the tournaments that they do. And so Wichita was an electric time. Electric. It was an incredible time. I don't like to compare very much to Omaha because Omaha is like our crown jewel. I would say the top two tournaments in BLPA history, location wise, because of the people, because of the atmosphere, because of everything. And this is not taking away from any other place. I love all the places we go. I love all the people that we play with, but Omaha for sure because it's the first one. This is the fifth year this year in Omaha, but the second one is Philly. And listen, there's probably I just said the word Philly, so somewhere in the world heard it, and they're spelling out the Eagles team name right now at the top of their lungs because that's what Philly people do. But they just support the fuck out of the decks. They do, and we started with 14 teams at the Bash. I think this year it'll be 20 plus teams. I love Philadelphia. I love cheesesteaks, and so it works out. I mean, they're I don't know. It's different type of people than what I'm used to in Oklahoma, where they're nice, friendly. Like they're a little more rough, the Philly people, a little more in your face, a little more, yeah, just rough around the edges, but still good people, and they love being a part of things. And yeah, so okay, so if we're doing four teams in Scandinavia, how are we breaking down the teams to be balanced? That is a great question. I want to break down beginner and advanced. I mean, we have to, but then you got to kind of friends want to play together. I get all that stuff. So it's going to be a balancing act for sure. And now that we're adding two teams, it's going to be a balancing act because the first itinerary I had was just two teams, right? So we're gonna have to go. Sorry, I'm working on my fingers here, right? So like, here's the day that if we were doing two teams, here's the day that we would be doing the tours, and here's the day that we'd be playing games every time we went, right? Um, and so we're going to have to flip that for the second team. So when this team is when they're playing games, the first group, the second group is going to be touring, and then when the first group is touring, the second team going to be playing games. So we don't do sponsorships for and first, thank you for your service. I appreciate it. We try to do a military decks where we give a discounted rate for people to come, and we've done a couple of those. Can I just because I don't know who you are, because it just shows me as Facebook user? Can you tell me who you are and where you're from? Just so I can get a feel of who I'm talking about. Because when I start talking about entry fees and stuff, I want to know who I'm talking about too. So if I need to follow up uh, in the future, I can go right to you. So but yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna have to do in Scandinavia, and I think that will work out. It'll be a little, it'll be a little, it'll be a little, it'll be a little different, right? Because it's just a tough, it's a tough thing to coordinate, right? And I'm not an organized guy, so I'm bringing in someone to help organize. That's why I got the tours are nice because the travel agent comes in and does a bunch of that stuff, but I still got to do the hockey, which I'm good at. So that's not a big deal, but that's how we're gonna do it. Kyle from Boise, Idaho. Like I said, thank you for your service. Really appreciate it. I mean, what tournament are you looking to come to, Kyle? We don't have a draft in Boise. We we're having a team tournament in Boise this summer at the rink there. So refs ref for Vegas have asked for a couple of t-shirts. I think we might have a couple extra. I know they messed up on the Vegas shirts that are being shipped. They printed the first like 8 of them in dark. So I should have a couple extra shirts. Hey, listen, we like refs repping our gear as well. Well, I mean, which one can you travel to, bud? I mean, you tell me. I mean, I don't know your travel history or your travel resources. You tell me which one you can come to, and we'll figure out. As a matter of fact, tell me which one you can travel to. I'll just pay for you for your tournament fee. How about that? Does that work, Kyle? Unless I know okay, it's always no if you never ask. Kyle didn't ask per se, so don't bombard me with, hey, what can I have one for free too? Uh, no, I got the leopard Santa hat on, so I got to give away something free. So Kyle, you let me know. Other than that, any more questions before I hop off here? There's a million things to do. Uh, Brandon, see you later, buddy. See you soon, my friend. Um, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Get back in the lab. I'm not going until Kyle answers me. I'm not getting off this. Not getting off until Kyle answers me. This is you know what? This is the thing that sucks because I can just see Facebook user and there's a million people messaging me. You think it would be able to tell me? It might, you think it'd be able to tell me actually who it is? And that's just like, look, this is what it shows me. Let's see if it shows up here. Listen, I don't need. I'm a man of the people. I don't need personal security because no one, no one wants to hurt me yet. I mean, we did get stalked. I did see it. Look right there. It says it right there. Facebook. It just says Facebook user. That's all I can see when it pops up. You think there'd be a way for it to tell me who it is so I could talk back to him in the chats, right? I pay a lot of money. I pay a lot of money for Restream to be able to broadcast all these. You think that they'd be able to help me out here? Listen, I know we talked about Julius Caesar, and you're hitting on my heartstrings because you know that I'm a you know I'm a ancient Rome guy, and I get you. I get you. Um, what you're saying, but then I also countered back that okay, Julius Caesar was a man of the people. He got murdered, but he also ushered in the death of the Republic and the very first emperor and Augustus, the greatest statesman in the history of the world. So I do remember that. If you don't see the comments here, redo your comment and then I'll try to answer it as we can. So I would love to have personal security again. For me to hire anybody, I got to fill up the team tournaments. That's my path through to make it, and I think we can. I was all set up a couple years to hire someone, and then we had to buy out somebody, and so that kind of took all the funds that I had setting aside to do that kind of stuff. But I think my wife always tells me I share too much with you people when I get on camera, but it's like one of those things where like when the camera's on me, as I want to tell you guys what I know, right? So all right, Cal. Hey, reach out to me directly, and thank you for your service. We'll get you to one of these dexes. But here's the deal, Kyle. It's because it's like I'm a crack dealer. Basically, I'm going to give you this one for free, but then you're going to be trying to sign up for a bunch of them. So I'm going to apologize on the front end before you even come to the first one. So, all right, Kyle, answer me. I can hop off. I've been on here for 30 minutes. Holy moly! All right, guys. Hey, I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon. We're in Vegas this weekend, and then we have a couple weeks off. Then we're in SoCal. We need more skaters in SoCal. Come on. If we can't get SoCal going, we're just gonna have to cancel it. We're gonna have to cancel it. And so not this year. It's gonna go this year, but we won't put it back on the list. And then we got a sold out Philly very first weekend. Then we got the Binghamton Pond Hockey Tourney, a lot lower turnout than what I was expecting from BLPA. I thought BLPA would show up in force for this one, and we're sitting at 12 teams. I thought we were gonna have 20 easy. So kind of bummed about that. And then Savannah's coming. Oh, one more. Hold on, I got to get my notes. One more announcement. I'm just dropping stuff on here for you people that are here. Hold on. Let me find. I just got to find the chat. I'm going to drop some jersey themes for you guys and the tournaments. I said I wasn't going to announce them. I said I was going to have them finalized. All right. Here's one. You guys saw my Pokemon post with Gengar. That's going to go Ghost Pokemon Savannah. Savannah Draft's going to have the Ghost Pokemon. It's going to be rad. It's going to be awesome. Let's see. People keep telling me what they want for Boston, but here's the problem with Boston is I kind of feel because it's St. Patrick's Day, we always have to tie in the local Boston theme. So we're working on a St. Patrick's Day theme for Boston, but I promise it's going to be rad. We're not going to do all plaid jerseys. That's so boring. And then Omaha, I need y'all's help for Omaha now that you're here. Okay. I was going to do tractors because Omaha likes tractor. John Deere, Kubota, Cub Cadet, Toro, whatever. I was going to do those. But I don't think that's fifth year, like year number 5, exciting enough. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go in chat, like in the group, and go a poll for Omaha because it's the 5th year, and we wouldn't be able to do 5 years without the players. So let's let the players actually pick a theme. That's what I think we're gonna do for that one. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get right off of here after I end this, and I'm gonna go to the group and I'm gonna make a post, and it's gonna be suggestions, and I'm gonna take the 10 best suggestions, put them in a poll, and let people vote. That's what it's gonna be, and I hope we don't get Bodie McBoatface. I just kind of feel like that's what you guys are gonna do. Okay, and then Tampa, don't have that one yet. Ann Arbor, don't have that one yet. Cleveland, I was thinking of the Cleveland show, right? Or we've done animated shows before, like The Simpsons. Maybe it's time to do the Family Guy, Cleveland, American Dad type thing. I think that would be a cool one. And then I'm still obviously Japan is Dragon Ball, and then Albany. I put Peck, fuck Peck theme. I think that's a pretty funny one, but that was just a joke. And then Pittsburgh, Oklahoma City is going to be Trailer Park Boys, and then Hershey. Uh, I know everyone wants us to do candy. Um, there was this is really sad, by the way. There was a guy that played with us in the Hershey tournament, and he sadly passed away on the ice last month. He was a huge hot sauce guy, and so I'm really leaning towards honoring him in Hershey and doing a hot sauce theme. And I know it doesn't really match the candy theme, but you know what? I think a theme honoring a fallen BLPA member is probably the way to go on that one. And I think what we'll do is we'll sell extra jerseys for that one, and we'll donate that money for those extra jerseys to his family. And yeah, it's sad. So rest in peace, buddy. I know. Yeah, that's. But anyway, that's about all I have. That's everything I have. So get on the group. I'm going to ask for suggestions for Omaha 5th year. Love you guys. Thanks for being here with me. Sorry, this was only supposed to be 10 minutes, but remember, book a flight to Japan. Book a flight to Japan. Send me a message. Say, look, I booked my flight to Japan. I'll give you a code to get the tournament half off. All right. All right. Be good or be good.